When I give bells, you have to go in front of people and say words because it's important. You know how to be here. It's important you have like this. I can do me. I don't know the word of it.
Kilo. No.
It's like or it's my fault. I like to say sorry. Me. This is important.
It's important to know also how to fix your beat. Okay? Corners against corners. Okay? So Kimo, what you're going to do. There is different ways to tie the belt. I use the original knot through the judo. Can you show me?
I can do like this, but it's more normal. And here some difference like this. Very tight, like I don't want my belt out all of the training. I can do like this. I can do like this. This one I use all the time in children's because the children's belt all the time goes out, and when I do this, never goes out. Here, here, here. Now it will be here. All training. I say that is ninja way. And I say you will stay with it at the school, you take a shower, and there's the other way you can do this.
This is the classic original way to So they're also different about length. The classic also is to have a little bit longer. I mean the classic. A lot of the also competes. They have small like a rose. What is it called? There's nothing wrong with it. Okay. All right. Today it's a very important day for me and for Buddha. I have a lot of belts to give out. I think I do. You talk first about belts and then we give out the belts. So give out belts, we talk about belts. Duda and I are very good friends, but we have a lot of different thinking. Okay. The thing is that for me, lately, I've been also thinking about what is jiu-jitsu for me and the martial arts way of jiu-jitsu. The biggest goal for a teacher is actually to take someone to white, because what we are, he, for me, is like, he's been a black belt when I was like doing this in school, okay? But the black belts, you also say that it's just a white belt who never stop training. We are white belts that never stop training. That's it. It's not like we have some special super skills or nothing. Especially because everyone cannot be a fucking Nogi champion. It's not everyone can have that mental and physical ability. But it doesn't mean that you're not good in jiu-jitsu. Okay? Lately, I have started thinking like the goal for a teacher, I don't say even a black belt, a teacher, is to make the students better than you, and in the end, go out. I mean, like Buddha was at De La Iva in concentration, but now he's alone. I mean, that means that the teacher did his correct. It doesn't mean that he leaves him like in a bad way. It's like, now you can do, if you want to open a school, go ahead open a school. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like, that's the major goal, is to take a student from zero up to be better than you, technical and spiritual and everything, better than you, and then release. Do what you think is right. That's what the whole martial art thing is. A lot of things is wrong with this, because a lot of academies I see that have a good teacher, but they keep their students all the time. Okay, keeping close and don't want them to go away, because they're good. But that's not Jiu-Jitsu core, and whatever martial arts core is actually to make him go away. But it doesn't mean you have to. You understand? But coming back to that means that for me now, I changed last year, I changed and I changed again. Knowledge. Knowledge for me is very, very, because I did a list also to tell people, I want people to know this, because in the end, you will be a teacher. I will be able to say, like, I have to go to whatever, I need to put Oscar or someone or Bobby, or I need to know they're good teachers. Can they show a basic armbar? Or do they only show their way of doing an armbar? When I show an armbar, like basic, I don't do armbars when I roll. But it gives you the momentum, the angles and everything. It means that we give you the technique and you make it yours. Maybe you have shorter legs, not flexible. Maybe you have to adapt. You understand? So knowledge for me is that, for example, everyone is graded by individual. Okay? One person is an individual. Setsu is an individual. He can probably fuck up most of us here, but does it make it he's a very good jiu-jitsu teacher or something? I don't know. I have no clue. Okay? Do you know? And everyone cannot be that. But in the same time, your partners with blue belts, they're not competing, they're not doing. They're as important as the guy who's competing. Not everyone have the urge or the will or the sacrifice to go to be a champion, because you have to train twice a day, you cannot work, you don't have a family, you probably don't do shit except working. Laura, for example. And get money from a sugar mommy, and you can do this, okay? But not everyone can do this. But that doesn't mean that people not get graded, okay? But for me, it's like this. Okay, you don't compete, you don't, but you're still here, you train and you do everything. But knowledge, nobody can say, I cannot know this. Bullshit. Everyone could be able to show a perfect armbar. Everyone could be able to show omoplata. What is an I don't know. I'm a purple belt and I don't know an omoplata. How to set up an omoplata. I know when I roll how to get an omoplata, but if I'm going to teach you to do a perfect omoplata, you cannot. For me, that is very, very much more important that the people know. And that's why I started now to say, like, people who compete. I love people who compete. I mean, but they do it for themselves, not for the academy, not for the association. Of course, we're going to be, everyone is happy if anyone wins. We say, good, good. But in the same time, when people lose, that's when you say, hey, no problem, it's just another session. That's how you roll. That's the mentality. The knowledge for me now is starting to get much, much more. Like, you see me not like training now, I have a lot of things to do, but oh man, I'm sucking now. You don't think just because I'm watching and I'm blessed with that. I'm really lousy, rolling, but I'm blessed with sucking up the small things. And I say, okay, that's all right, okay, good. And then I can try myself. But the thing is that many people think mean that, you don't have to master things, because to master the judo, the stand-up, if I do stand-up with Duda, I fucking jump guard. Even when he takes the first, I will try to jump guard. Because how many hours do I have to stay training there to be good? Okay? It's like, normally my A game, I don't have an A game anymore. When I feel it works good, I start to do other things. But if you want to be a champion, you have to go for the same thing, and barrel ball guys. I mean, they do barrel ball. I don't know if everyone knows about barrel ball, but barrel ball is it's a very, very, if I saw it before someone showed me, look at this, I would say, nah, it's probably not high percentage. I never say wrong, it's not good, bad, but I say, oh, it's gonna be, but these guys drill it for hours. But I don't know if you can tell these guys, hey, show me this, and they say, I don't know, I do very both. Before, if you look on the old generation Gracie, because even our Gracie, in the Brazilian magazine, we call it crazy, they're still, what they said, to be a black belt, you need to be a teacher for 5 years. It doesn't matter how much you win. You have to teach for 5 years to be a black belt. Okay? So, as I said, people need to start not thinking about tapping and do everything. They need to start to try to understand, because tapping is not all. Before I was also very, tapping, this and that, but now I see someone doing something really good and I get caught. It's good. It means that if the students or the guys, like the Bulgarian guys, they come here and they're really fucking good, I say, wow, they have a good teacher. Man, our work together is incredible. I mean, how many no-gi champions did you have last year? 6 no-gi champions. That's not a European national, it's like Pan Am. 6 gold medals. Even if it was in blue belt, or I think it was blue, but I was still about.
Two in adult and the rest in master.
Yes. And the funny thing is also, no-gi is much more popular. I know that. And these guys there, those 2 guys, they didn't want the gi at all. And I said, no problem, but start to play with the gi to see if you get. Now I hear from other people that, oh, you got to train with the gi also. Because the thing is, somehow, and also it's the fun part. I don't know about you, but sometimes I want to do gi, no gi, and the gi is not that funny at the moment, but 2 months later, I will say I will stay no gi. No, sorry, gi only. But these guys was no-gi, and same with Thomas. He was a no-gi guy, and I tried to but Thomas, you're good. You should try to go and do a little bit gi, just for fun. You don't have to be, just do it to get math hours. But I know if this little germ, as you say, bite you, the jiu-jitsu germ bite you, it goes to the heart. Okay? And I always say, you don't have to, but for me personally, gi helps me in no-gi, no-gi helps me in gi, because it's still, like Duda is saying, he doesn't go with no-gi so much, because it's very physical and he cannot be hit in the head, okay, it's very dangerous because of the medicine. So the no-gi, the scrambles and everything, it's a lot of scrambles, and people slip, the floors gets wet, bam. Normally when I go with white belts and it's completely wet, it's almost impossible to submit anyone, okay? But with gi you have a little bit more control and things like that. And there's a lot of more versions. You have omoplata in no-gi, but omoplata in gi is, you have so many different versions, alright? And also, about graduation that I think is very, very important to understand is that And I'm talking for me, I'm not talking for Judah because he's a stripe guy, he likes stripes and things like that. For me, it's like, I don't care if a white belt goes a white belt for 6 years. I don't care. If they don't put the time in. And I say to everyone, it doesn't matter how your life is. They say, no, I don't have time to train, or I don't have this and that. I don't have money. And then you're on Facebook's brilliant. Do you see the out party? How can you party if they don't have money? Okay, it's not for free, right? You know the party costs money, and let's say the guy doesn't have money. Okay, that's okay. For me, it's okay. But don't think you're going to be awarded with something if you don't have the heart to train and sacrifice. Because even when people get children, it takes, you don't sleep good, you have a lot of responsibility and things. But everything in life is about priority. Man, you can stay home with the kids one night, 2 hours, because of training. It's like, if you go fast, 2 hours is enough, okay? If you're not far away, of course. If you cannot train 2 times a week, go and train something else. I say go play tennis or whatever. Of course, there's some people that have strange works. I'm not talking about that. They could have like working 1 week, they are working 12 hours, and the other week they're free. But then, when they're free, they train a lot. Okay? But everyone should be able, in any grade, train 2 times a week. Okay? It's okay. I'm not saying, I'm not judging, I'm not saying if you just train once here and once there, no problem. You're always welcome. You are part of a family. You're here. But don't expect that, oh man, now I've been training 4 years, I should have my blue belt. But in reality, you train like another guy, he's been training 10 years compared to yours. Okay? So it's very important thing, or the aspect I say. There is people that learn faster. There are people that doesn't learn that fast. But for me, I don't look at that. I mean, I see the person itself. Where is his limit? Okay, now it's time for his to prove that. Or maybe I should wait a little bit and get it. Okay? And as we were talking, and not all of you were here, but we were sitting and talking about it, and we all have different aspects of how you do things. And we were talking about stripes on the belts, because business is normally, for me, I'm saying, and I'm not saying anything bad about it, but I think like a guy here or a girl here, even my wife, she's probably having much harder time than any other white belts. People think that, okay, she's my wife, I'm going to help her. Nah, we are like opposite. When I'm running away, I don't want to help her because I want her to do it. And she's doing great without me. Okay, she's doing great. But she's been really bitten by this jiu-jitsu germ. When we eat at home, I don't want to hear anything about jiu-jitsu. Just start to ask me things. And I get like, oh my God, don't talk about jiu-jitsu. I have been all day talking about jiu-jitsu. We'll take it another day. Okay? For me, white belt is a what? I had Sebastian. He's been with me since 2006. 2006. Look at his belt. He's still white. But there's a reason for that. He trained good, disappeared, come back. So he's not been training for that long. Okay? So it takes the time. If you put in a lot of time, of course it goes faster. I have blue belts that's been blue belts for a long time. But for me, it's like, if you don't put the time on the mats, for me it's important. Because it's not like, for me you train. If I have people, blue belts who disappears and comes back, or white belts also, like we have a lot of good white belts. If we were doing stripes here, we would have so many stripes. I would have used my tape roll doing stripes. Okay? Ni vet om vissa klubbar har streck. Okay? I don't do stripes because I don't want to give the award like, oh, now, oh, listen, I want my strike. My strike is now, it's not. I say to my student, you train, think about 2 years. Then if it's 1.5 or 2.5, if you train, to me it's just the math time. And when you give your heart in, you don't have to be a master. You can be submitted, you can be doing this. It doesn't matter for me. But if you see the person, you can see the person, they want to learn. They want to get better. Okay, they're really trying. Okay, it's very important for me. Let's go talk something about what you think.
I agree. No, that's it. I think it's very important. I have it in my bag. I can show it, but it's in Portuguese. I think just because I'm doing both, but I think it's very important to be black belts here. We have the steps to be a black belt, but at the same time we need to be black belts outside here. And we say it in our gym, in reação. The word we use more is forming black belts inside and outside the dojo. And this is black belt outside is one way to have the life. The right way, the right, do the right things, stay worried about it all the time. You have to say, you have to ask you all the time, this is correct, this is one thing that black belt outside have to do. This is important. And I, all the time, I teach my students, but I pay attention how they are. They need, if I want to give a blue belt for someone, I need to see that he is going out of white at the dojo, but outside too. He need to be better every day, be better. And then the difference, the black belt inside the dojo, one day we can have, but the black belt outside we never will get. We continue, die and continue. It's like every day I wake up and I have to try to be better than yesterday. This is very important. And I think we learn it here because training is hard. I have to come here tired and I need training. I have to learn to tap and continue. I have to learn to go to competition. And people say we learn a lot when we lost, but I think we learn more when we win. And you say, oh, but win is good. Yeah, but when you win, you can stay like this. I'm the best. And if your teacher is good, he will say for you, you're not the best. You just win one competition. It's the same as nothing. The next one probably you will lose. And I think win is more difficult than lose. Because lose, okay, I continue my life, but when I win, I think I'm the best. And then I have to learn, because nobody's better than nobody. Okay.
Losing is hard. I mean, losing is...
Yeah, but win and continue...
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I'm saying, is that lose is very hard, but win always put you in a bigger ego. Like, I'm good, I'm good. I've been there. And as I said, like, when we go to Brazil, and when we did to Brazil, everyone that came back to the apartment, we were like this. Because we felt good. We were strong, we had trained a lot. Everyone was saying like, fuck this belt. We are nothing. We are nothing. But it's very good for yourself. When you know, for real, you are nothing. But it doesn't mean, has nothing to do by winning or losing, because jiu-jitsu is something else. For me, it's a lifestyle, and I don't say that everyone is going to have it as a lifestyle, but jiu-jitsu as a tool, like he says, most of my tools is used outside the dojo. And we've been talking about a lot with my students, how you behave, it's easy to get a work if you are very, know how to behave and where to look and really, because the thing is that opportunities comes to those who really want. Okay, as I said, Bobby said last night, and this was before, after we talked, I said, a lot of people work with works they hate. And when they say, but fuck this work, change. No, I have, my house, my car, my dog, my cell phone, I cannot do it. But he did. I like that. And I said, and this was before, I didn't know he quit his job. And because I said, like, life outside the dojo, you build yourself a character in the dojo strong. But you have to use it in a very good way out. Okay? Because we learn to tap. We learn because we always sell. There's always, nobody helps you. As I said, there is no tag team. You're beat. I'm tired. Okay? That helps you in life so much. I'm telling you. It's that people see limits. There is no limits. It's an illusion. Limits are just illusion. I cannot do that because you don't think that you can do it. If you can do it, just go and try. Okay? What can happen? Do you die? No. It's easy. But you have to dare to do it. Okay, so of course I have to give the blue belt to the guy who's been along his white belt, and Sebastian.
Sebastian.
So you go down, no hits against, okay, not in the front of the face or something, okay, this. As I say, I have a few people who say, if you really don't want to get whipped, I say, okay, alright, don't whip. But I think it's a good thing because it's something that gives you a lot of shit in your body and the memory is there. Okay? So you go like this. You cannot run. I went for it. Otherwise you stop and do it again. You go, change, and go back. Okay? Go. Put on your belt, you sit here, and Buddha will do the ceremony that we do. He's sitting down. You can keep the dress off. You have. He's only the one who's doing. Oh yeah, say no. You do the way I do the way you learn it, and then you just do that way. So you sit down, and you go, and then you sit up. we don't take this forever. I had one blue belt certificate for 3 months now.